Bonjour tout le monde! Bienvenue sur ma chaîne YouTube, The Cosmopolitan Traveller. Par ceux qui ne me connaissent pas, je m'appelle Miyake et aujourd'hui je suis avec mon ami Dimitri.
Bonjour à tous, ravi d'être avec vous. Comment ça va, Miyake?
Ça va super Dimitri, merci.
Avec plaisir, de rien.
Dimitri, est-ce que nous allons faire la vidéo en français?
Je pense que oui.
Non, Dimitri, pas encore, parce que je suis débutant.
Très bien.
No, guys,
Whatever.
we are not going to do the video in French. So, welcome everybody to the Cosmopolitan Traveller. For those who don't know me yet, my name is Miyake, and today I'm with a special friend of mine, Dimitri Claverie. How are you, Dimitri?
I'm pretty well, thank you.
You're good, man.
I'm good, really.
That's amazing.
Really good.
Good to have you here, man. Amazing. Dimitri, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Parisian. I live in Paris 22 years.
22 years.
And a little bit in the south also. I really like wine, gastronomy, and that's why I'm here in Brazil. I give some French class, and also I give some gastronomy classes with wine and foods, and wine tasting.
Perfect.
And stuff.
That's nice. So French classes, wine tasting. That's amazing.
Yeah. Like food and wine together. How to serve both of them.
Oh, it matches completely. So how are you enjoying Brazil so far?
I'm here for a little bit more than 3 years.
3 years. That's a good time, right? Are you
Pretty
enjoying?
good.
Nice.
I really like it. I really like it.
That's really nice. Now, Dimitri, I've got some questions for you about traveling.
Why not? Why not? Let's do it.
Okay, so let's have a look. Okay.
Let's have a look.
First question. La première question.
La première question. You're right.
Yeah,
Miyake.
that's right. Come on. What are your favorite places in Paris?
My favorite places in Paris.
In Paris, since you're from Paris.
Yes, I am. I would say the Latin neighborhood. Latin neighborhood, which is very nice and very. We have a lot of things to do. We have a lot of things to do. We have museum, Notre Dame. Well, I don't want to speak about that. But we have a lot of restaurants, a lot of pubs. It's very nice, and also l'île Saint-Louis, Saint-Louis Island. Island. Sorry.
No, it's sorry.
Which is very nice because you can eat Bertillon ice cream, which is the best ever, and like you have very good architecture, and also like the how it's done. Like I mean, it's very calm and very pleasant to walk.
Oh, that's amazing.
Very nice.
Very good. So, of course. Now, what are your favorite places in France?
I would say Bordeaux and Montpellier.
Why? Bordeaux is the city of wine, isn't it?
It is.
Santé!
Santé!
Yeah.
It is.
Is it?
Montpellier also. Montpellier, we have maybe 50% of the production.
Really? 50%?
In this region, Montpellier and others region, Languedoc-Roussillon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't dare to say that, okay? I'm not going to say that.
Not the famous one, but like a lot of inequality.
Oh, alright, okay.
I don't know why. But like, I would like Montpellier. I lived there, so I know there. And like, very clean city, very beautiful city about architecture. Bordeaux because of the wine, because of the food, because of the city as well. Bordeaux, Montpellier is my favorite places in France.
That's amazing.
That I would recommend.
That's perfect. Now, what are your favorite places in Europe?
Europe.
Yeah.
I would say Spain. That I like. I really like because of the weather, because of the people, and Poland also.
Poland.
I really like vodka, and we have a lot of vodka.
You really like vodka.
I really like, and I mean, it's like different. It's in Europe, but it's very different than Spain, than Italy, than France, than Germany is very different.
Because I mean, I suppose that France, Italy, and Spain, Germany, they are more European, right? And I mean,
Yeah.
maybe Poland, it's a bit Slavic, is it?
It's a
Something
bit Slavic, yeah, and it's different. It's different.
No.
We have more differences between Poland and all those countries, France, that you said.
Okay, that's interesting. Now, Dimitri, let me ask you something. What's the funniest thing you've heard about French people? No.
The funniest thing I've heard about French people.
Yeah.
The question I have heard like 100 times.
100 times, I mean, come on.
French people like get showered. Come on, yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm really clean, but I know a lot of French people love a good smell. I don't know why. Because the perfume we received a lot of legends
Yes.
about that.
Sure. But I mean, is it like a Brazilian thing or something like this? Or in Europe? Does it happen in Europe? No?
In Europe, no. But like in the United States, in South America, maybe. I don't know. I don't know pretty much. But in Brazil, I'm here for a while, so I know it's like that. Maybe. But we are famous for that with the bread and other.
Yeah.
The arm.
La baguette under the arm, right?
Under the arm, like which could be a little bit dirty.
What?
The perfume, like we hide some smells.
What?
I mean,
It's a type of seasoning, right? It's like a seasoning over here, right? You don't even need salt. Anyways, that's it. What about Parisians? What's the funniest thing you heard about Parisians? Because
I don't know if it's very funny, but it seems they are always in a bad mood.
always in a bad mood.
Always in a bad mood.
Oh.
Because of the traffic, because of
the weather,
because of the tourists also.
the tourists. I think I've heard one study that each year Paris has around 8 million tourists, right?
One of the cities most visited in the world.
Yes.
It was. I don't know if it is already. I don't know still if it still is, but yeah.
Wow.
Tourism.
Impressive.
City of Love.
City of Love.
City of Love, flyboat, flowers.
And what's your favorite place so far? Like you've traveled. You've traveled a bit, right? And
my favorite place so far. It depends of like the age, depends of what, but that I liked the most. I think I like Brazil, but I live here, so it's difficult to say. I really know Brazil. I really like Poland. I've been like 10 times because I really liked Poland because I've been a lot of times. I have a French and Polish friend, and he discovered me the town, the city. The country, a lot of cities.
That's nice. That's interesting.
Now, sorry, just to
go for it.
To terminate, to finish.
To finish, yeah.
To finish.
Go for it.
I mean, this is so different than like other country. Like the culture is very different, and you seem like you are in all the world. All the world. In Europe is very different.
Well, that's good to know.
It's a good memory.
Yes, that's amazing. Good to know, man. Perfect. Now, how often do you travel?
Every 3 months.
Every 3 months?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Now, what's your dream traveling experience?
A dream traveling experience. I mean, I would say Colombia, but I gonna go there. Fernando de Noronha. That I want to know, and Maldives. It's nice.
Maldives.
My first
That's
choice.
amazing. That's really wow. That's nice, man. Great. Now, do you prefer solo travel or with someone else?
Definitely with someone else.
Definitely with someone else. Why?
Because when you're alone,
Uh,
it's nice. You can meet all the people, but you have sometimes you get bored, you get tired, you want to share your experience,
yeah,
right?
you wanna have fun with some mate.
You want to share your experience.
Yes, that's
And it's
great.
good to have someone like near you who know you, where you can have like private jokes.
Yes. Yeah,
and-
jokes. Yeah, sure.
Which is very nice.
Good job. Now, how many countries have you visited?
More than 30.
More than 30. Wow, that's nice.
Vietnam, Bolivia, Madagascar,
Madagascar.
Argentina.
Argentina, nice.
A lot of places.
Wow, that's impressive. Really cool. Now,
Cuba.
Cuba. Wow, like America, Europe, Asia, and
Thailand.
Thailand.
Really nice.
Many. Wow, that's cool.
I like traveling.
That's amazing. That's our channel is about traveling. So only people who love traveling. That's so cool, man. 30 countries. Wow, impressive. Now, what's your dream job?
I would like to sell some wines.
Sell
abroad.
wine.
Abroad.
Oh, that's good. That's
To go
nice.
abroad, to travel, to do some
Degustation,
yeah,
like
events like to
that's
make
nice.
to organize degustations.
That's good.
and,
Let's make it happen. That's good.
It will happen. When
Yeah, well, of course. That's nice. That's cool. Really
Yeah,
good.
that's my dream job.
And let me ask you something. That sometimes when we are traveling, all of us we have our family, right? That it's with us every day. And how did your relatives feel about your trip here to Brazil?
Can you repeat, please?
Of course. How did your relatives, your mother and your father, how did they feel about your trip here to Brazil?
They are not agree.
They didn't agree.
They are not agree. My mom, yes. My father, he thinks this is a good idea to stay in Brazil. He doesn't understand. And I think he wants me being there with them.
In France. All right, I got it. Now, do you call yourself a traveler or a tourist?
Definitely traveler.
Traveler.
Yeah, tourist takes photos. I don't like to take.
Yeah, tourists they take
traveler.
pictures. You don't like to take pictures.
I just go for it, meet people,
That's cool.
discover the culture. But like no, I prefer to be considered like a traveler.
Okay, that's great. That's really nice. Now, why did you want to come to Brazil? Not Germany, not Japan, not Canada.
Japan, oh.
Oh, yeah, Japan.
Do you know how the language is difficult?
Oh, I know.
No.
Trust me, I know, man. It's
Bon.
yes. Kanji, katakana, hiragana. Yes. Anyways, that's another video.
I mean, why did you want to come to Brazil? Why did I want to come to Brazil? I knew there was a market about wine, about gastronomy,
Gastronomy.
and about French class. So that's why I wanted. And I wanted to learn another country also, another language.
And Brazil has a good market for French people, is it?
Yeah, but a lot of things. And also, in few time I want to be salesman about like French product or other gastronomic products like in Brazil. So that's why I chose Brazil, because there is a market for a lot of things, and because I like the country also.
Oh, that's good. That's great. Now, let me ask you something. How many languages can you speak?
I can speak English a little bit, right?
Well, let's see.
Portuguese. for sure.
Portuguese.
And Spanish. I think I'm gonna learn Spanish
You're going
next year. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be like more comfortable. I do speak really.
A little bit, right? Now, how long did it take to pick up some of the language? You know.
Depend of your motivation, but for me, for example, Portuguese was easier than English.
Was easy. Portuguese was easier than English.
Rather than English, much more easier because I was more motivated. And it was easier, I think. But English, it's okay.
Yeah.
Also, it's not too hard.
Yeah. If you compare to Japanese, right, language,
Russian, Japanese,
or German,
Kazakhstan.
Yes, I'm learning German. German is not a good, it's not like the easiest language out there you want. You know, so
Dutch, German.
Yes. They are Germanic languages, right? But anyways, do you prefer hot or cold places?
Oh, definitely hot places.
Definitely hot places, really?
Yeah, I don't like cold.
Man, because I mean, I've lived here in Brazil around 17, 18 years after I moved to Canada, right? And man, like when you live here that long, you know, sometimes this warm weather becomes overwhelming. You know, you can't stand anymore. You know, that's too much. I mean, I think it would be the opposite for you in France, because sometimes France is a bit cold as well, right?
Always want what you don't have.
You always want what you don't have. Wow, that's a good
one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Now, which country has the best weather?
That's difficult to say. It depends of the seasons. It depends of the season. Like during the summertime, for example, like here, in Brazil, in São Paulo, for example, summertime it's hot, but it's raining all the time.
It's raining all the time.
This is raining. You know, I gotta tell you something. The first time I was in Brazil, I was in BH, Belo Horizonte.
Minas Gerais.
Minas Gerais. Minas Gerais, yeah. And like I didn't know that from December to February it was the raining season.
Yeah, the rain season. Okay.
It was raining every day.
Every day.
At 5, 6 o'clock. It was like the city was very calm. There was nothing to do, and I thought, what I'm doing here? So I mean, to answer the question, Montpellier, in the south of France, is very nice. Yeah, 300 days of sun.
Wow.
Per year, 300.
300.
300.
Wow. Because I mean, for example, here in São Paulo we have like all the 4 seasons in one day, you know. But for example, in Canada or in Europe, the seasons are very well defined. You know, if it's like really hot, I mean crazy hot. If we are on winter time, it's crazy cold as well, right? It's snowing sometimes, right? So that's the thing, right?
Yeah, that's the thing, but I think, like, you know, in Brazil the weather is not too bad.
Yeah. Anyways, which country has a
next question?
Next question, definitely. Which country has the friendliest people?
Oh, right, good question. Canada.
Canada.
Definitely, yeah, Canada's very nice.
Canadians.
And Quebec, Quebec for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I like Quebec.
Okay, so Canadians, Canada. What else?
In Brazil, that the first contact is very good.
Okay.
Not in the train.
No, in the, I'm glad you said that. On the train, metro, it's crazy. Like, people get nuts.
But like in lot of cities, people are nice, you know.
Okay.
Canada, Brazil, Spain.
Spain. Spain. Really good to know. Yeah.
Spain.
Cool.
Spain. Very nice people.
Very
but
nice.
they speak a little bit loud.
Let's speak louder. Okay, you got some wine for us? Whoa, that's nice. That's cool. Merci. Un grand merci.
Un grand merci.
Un grand merci.
Un grand merci. Un grand merci.
Okay, so in how many languages can you say cheers?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
In
Competition, it's a competition.
In Brazil. cheers.
In
No, cheers
In Brazil.
In Brazil, saúde.
Saúde.
Saúde. But cheers, it's international. Right?
Cheers is international. Okay, let's say cheers. Saúde.
Cheers,
Campai.
saúde, campai.
Santé.
Na zdrowie.
Na zdrowia. Na zdrowia.
Santé, na zdrowie. In Spanish, la salud, no. Salud.
Salute.
Salud.
No, salute.
Salud.
Okay, if there's any Spanish speaker here, you let us know. Okay.
Salud. La salud. Salud. Eu não sei se habla assim, pero... Oh.
Pero que sí, pero que no.
Pero que sí, pero que no. No, nosotros no sabemos.
Damn it. Anyways, cheers everybody.
Cheers,
yeah,
everybody.
that's
Cheers.
good. Anyways, Okay, so now as you're French, come on, no, beer or wine?
Wine.
Wine. Come on,
Wine.
man. He works with that, you know. So, anyways, city or countryside?
More city.
City. I mean, I ask because now we are both from huge cities. I'm from São Paulo and he's from Paris, right?
That's
And,
right.
Yeah.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah. But sometimes, you know, I mean, I love to go to the countryside, to Minas Gerais, you know. It's good to escape sometimes, you know. You have like noise, crazy
That's
people
true,
in
that's
the
true.
train.
I
You want to
Pari-
relax.
I'm Parisian. I did not like Paris.
I didn't like Paris.
To live in Paris, no. To spend just few days, that's awesome. It's great. But like to live in Paris, São Paulo, we are Brazilians, so like it's different. Right?
Okay.
No, like it's the weather is different. Like we do stuff more like in open air.
Yeah.
Open air stuff, open air activities.
Yes.
But I mean, I need to more see because you get a little bit pissed off.
Okay.
The countries. I mean, it's difficult now to meet some people. To improve yourself, like to countryside. That's nice just to
relax, right?
To
Yes.
relax.
I understand you.
relax,
Yes.
but I love it.
Yeah, sure. Now, do you prefer?
Because, sorry,
No
the
worries,
question
of
is city or
course.
countryside?
Yeah.
To live in city, to spend vacation day, and that's different. That's just I wanted to say.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Now, do you prefer to take public transport, to walk, or private transport? Come closer here. I'm not sure. Come closer here. I'm not sure.
Okay. I think I prefer to take like in vacation to take public transport. because-
Public transport.
Yeah, that's like that. You're gonna meet people. You're gonna meet people. I mean,
Yeah.
You're gonna you're gonna know the culture. You're gonna see the country how
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah, I mean that's okay. That's an interesting point, but you know, here in São Paulo, man, I would definitely take. I would like much more to take private transport, you know, because I mean I take the train every day. Come on, guys, train, buses, and you know how it is, right? It's crazy. If you get like people get crazy, the traffic, and it's so crowded, you know. But anyways,
In the like summertime, it's Uber. Some of time. Sometimes
you got Uber. Come on, don't lie to us, man. You got some Uber. That I know. That's good. Now, would you rather to see a lot of places or to know one really well?
I think it's better to know better one really well.
To know one really well.
Yeah.
Because I know. I mean, you are older than me. You are more experienced than me. You know, I have like a different opinion because I would like to visit like as many countries as I can see before I die. You know, and because I mean we don't have enough time. But what do you think?
Really, I think when you stay more time in the place, you know the culture better.
Yeah, you know.
So it depends of like your objective.
Yeah, okay, it depends on your objective.
Objective. But like I really like to stay in the place longer. I like you know better the place, you know the language, you know the people, you know, and you feel at home.
You feel part
you
of
live,
it.
you live,
Yeah. You live the
you
culture.
live the time. No, you leave the time for yourself to be more comfortable, to be at ease.
Oh, cool.
So
Cool, that's great. Now, how would you describe yourself in 3 words?
Mm, 3 words, huh?
3 words.
Good drinker traveler.
Good drinker traveler.
Good drinker traveler.
Good
I mean,
drink-
I want to
Oh,
participate.
cheers. Good drinker traveler. That's great. That's nice.
It's like that you discover also.
That's good. That's you. You make good friends. You travel a lot. All right. That's very well. Now, what would you say to someone who has never been out of their hometown?
It's a shame. No, it's
It's a shame.
No, it's a shame. Sorry. It's a pen.
It's a pity. It's a pity.
It's a pity. It's a pity. It's a pity. It's a pity because the world is. We have just one life. The world is very big. There are a lot of things to see, to discover, and I think we need to be open-minded.
Yeah. Yes.
But for sure, it can be a money problem because it's
Okay. Yeah.
expensive.
It's a bit expensive. Of course. Yeah. Of course. Now, what's the most enlightening thing that your trips have taught you?
The difference.
The difference.
The culture difference.
Cultural differences.
How we can be different. How we can be different. You have to understand it works like that in the country you are.
That is a good point, because sometimes we think that our own culture is the right one, the correct one.
Yeah, that's what
religion.
The way of life.
Yeah.
Like how to compare yourself.
To compare yourself.
No, to
with,
compare, to
behave.
se comportar.
To behave.
Yeah, how to behave
How to
yourself,
behave,
how to
yes,
behave. And like sometimes you don't understand.
That's
Sometimes
so
there's
funny,
like
right?
a very big difference and
yeah.
it's very crazy. And that you remember when you when you go back.
Yeah, that's so funny because I have one friend from Turkey, and I was helping her to move from her apartment, right? And I was with a knife, and she asked me for the knife, and I gave her like on her hand. And she said, no, here in Turkey we cannot take knives on hand because if I take the knife from your hand, we will have a fight in the future. So I had to leave the knife on the table, and then she had to pick it up. No, I mean, it's funny, but it's for us, it might sound silly,
It's
but
for like everyone in Turkey.
I think so, man.
Oh, it's like a crazy thinking.
I mean, I don't know if it was about, but maybe it's a cultural thing, but for us sounds so different, but it's normal, for them. For example, like in Asian countries, they eat like different things, and anyway, it's culture. In France, you eat escargots, don't you?
Escargot.
Do you like them?
Like frog legs also.
Frog legs, yes. I mean, I'd like to try. I mean, I've been to France like twice, but I didn't try. Maybe next time.
Nice.
Yeah, okay, I'll try it. Anyways, what's your top travel advice?
I would say to get into the culture.
To get
to know the people from the country that you are visiting.
To get some advice from locals, you mean?
To get some advice from local, to speak with them, to understand how works the country, about economy, about behavior, about like all that and that stuff, and to know like for sure how to go, how to visit, and that's awesome to know when you are visiting a country and you didn't know like anyone more. I know in Asia it's more complicated. That's the point.
That's good. Now, guys, our interview is getting to an end, and I have the last question for Dimitri. Now, Dimitri,
I'm ready for it.
You ready for it? That's good. Dimitri, what can we learn from French people?
How to drink
wine.
How to drink now. I mean, how to drink wine.
How to appreciate wine.
How to appreciate wine. How to drink wine with food.
With food.
With food, and to enjoy wine, to be concentrated of the wine, about the wine, and to pay attention that you are drinking, that you are coming, that you can learn from French people, because when you are eating and drinking, usually, I mean,
it's like a ritual. It's like a ritual.
You speak about it.
You speak.
In a lot of countries, they don't speak about it. They are drinking, and like, we're gonna open a bottle of 200 reais or like 20 reais. It would be the same. It will be the same.
Yeah, because for example, we were talking about this last day. Remember? Because for example, on Christmas time, like here in Brazil, it's much more about gathering family. Oh, it's good to have you here. Let's have a turkey, let's have cake. But we don't talk that much about food, right? But as I could spot when I was in France, and from you as well, like it's like a ritual, right?
It's a ritual.
You said about the bottle that you open. How is
and
it?
we have so many things, and like so many things to appreciate, because the food is good. And when the food is good, you pay attention to it. Yeah? When it's okay, or no, I mean, I don't want to preach like all the food, for sure. I'm French, but no. But more, there are a lot of things good in everywhere. Every country. But I don't know why we are like that. Like we pay so much attention.
Okay, so you said about the wine. What do? You do like this, and you give a little smell.
Like firstly, you see it, then you smell it, then you turn it like that, and you smell it again, and then you drink.
Tu senses though. Alright, good job.
You appreciate it, and you can speak about it.
Good job, that's amazing. Now, Dimitri, je vous remercie.
De rien, avec plaisir.
Thank you very much. It's amazing.
Merci Niaké, ça a été un plaisir.
Yes, very good, man. And guys, Dimitri is a French teacher. He also loves to give classes about wine and food as well.
Yeah.
I will leave your email and your Facebook page right down here, okay? And that will be amazing. If you want to contact Dimitri for a French class, go for it, you know. And guys, thank you so much for your attention, you know. If you've enjoyed this video, please share with your friends, hit the like button, and subscribe into my channel. I'll be talking about traveling experiences, showing nice places, and having good conversations with people from all over the world, okay? So we'll see you guys. Dimitri.
See you, ciao.
See you.
À la prochaine.
À la prochaine fois, bon voyage tout le monde. Very good, man. That's good.
Bon.